Have you noticed that every restaurant now, at least fast food or quick serve, you can't just grab a stack of napkins. You've got to do that
pile.
slow tearing off these very thin sheets of napkins. So I grabbed a cluster of them. So have at those.
Yeah.
Are you ready to do this thing?
Yeah.
It's car con carne. Let's eat in the car. It's car con carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
This is Car Con Carne. It's a Q101 podcast. I'm James Van Alstyne, and Car Con Carne is presented by, it is sponsored by, it is graciously funded by Easy Automation, easy-automation.net. We all have devices strewn across our homes. It's time to get them all in sync, working together like a team, like the Avengers. It's time to turn your home into a smart home. Transform your living space with cutting-edge home automation. Experience seamless control over audio, video, lighting, climate, security, everything. Embrace the future of smart living. It's your home, your rules, motherfucker. Get a quote by visiting easy-automation.net or give my guy Dan a call at 630-730-3728. So here's the thing. I'm a sucker for broody, synthy, hooky, post-punk, and that's what you're going to get on the debut from Milwaukee band Seances. The album Power is a Phantom comes out on February 13th, a perfect Valentine's Day gift. And I'm joined for lunch by Eric Arsno, the singer, the bassist, the founder of Seances. Nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We are in Skokie, Illinois at Poochie's. We're meeting at, I think, one of the finer hot dog joints north of the city. You're from Milwaukee. You don't have any predisposed notions about hot dogs, do you?
No, and that's the thing. I was really excited about this because it's far and few between. I'm always excited about the good old Chicago dog.
They do it right here, but here's the thing. You decided to try the char salami, which not a bad call at all.
Oh, good.
It's awesome. So it's gigantic, too. I hope you came hungry.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the thing that was funny is when reading the menu, they're just like, you've got to try this. And I was like, okay, that's all I need.
Yeah, I mean, it's a salami sandwich with grilled onions and mustard.
Yeah.
So if you want, dig into the bag. I got a dog.
Thank you.
Left it on the dashboard. But thank you for coming all the way south here. But I don't know if you feel the same way. Like, I spent a lot of my days working from home in isolation. So if I get a chance to road trip somewhere or go somewhere even an hour away, I'm like, sure, let's do it. Let's get in the car.
No, 100%. And I just love...
You got some fries in there too.
Oh, thank you. Awesome. Yeah, I just love traveling and meeting new people, seeing new things, trying new things. I mean, this is totally a new experience for me. So, yeah, it's always a great time.
As I used to tell my kids, I like it when you try new things.
Yeah, no, totally.
So I got the standard Chicago dog. Actually, I didn't get a standard Chicago dog. I didn't put onions on mine because I'm still waking up. It's still early on a Sunday. I didn't want to do that to myself or to you. So I did a Chicago dog sans onions, but I got the char dog.
Oh, nice.
Which I guess is a cheat on the Chicago dog, but I appreciate the char. I'm going to show off your sandwich in a second.
Sure.
There we go. Got the char here. Got the celery, salt, pickle. Look at that monster.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Look at that thing. Oh, my God. Like I said, hope you brought an appetite.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's funny. I didn't want to embarrass myself with a Chicago dog either because I feel like that's a whole, talent to eat one of those that Milwaukeeans just are not accustomed to.
A talent?
Yeah.
It just requires big open jaw motions to... It's the pickle that throws things off here.
Sure. Yeah, no, totally.
All right, let's talk about your band. When did this whole thing start for you? Because we first met when you were in Devil's Teeth.
Correct. Yeah.
We did a virtual interview during the pandemic.
Yep. Yeah.
When did you start steering in this direction?
It wasn't very long ago. It was about 2 years. Actually, the flashpoint was a concert I saw. Ironically, rescheduled 3 times because of COVID too, and just travel issues. But it was Theater of Hate, Chameleons, and The Mission, which are all kind of underrated, new wave bands. And I was really into the Chameleons. Not like a super fan by any means, but that show ended up being a super transformative experience for me. I'm a bass player first and foremost, or I have been at least the past probably 20 years or so in bands. And so like seeing Mark Burgess do his thing and then have these really cool vocal melodies, and he had a really smart way of playing so that he could sing at the same time while everybody else was like fleshing out these awesome soundscapes. It just really caught my attention, and I felt super inspired. And when I always wanted to do a new wave project, but just kind of had a hard time figuring out how to jump in there and or know people in Milwaukee that would be like-minded to do that with me. So I got home from the show, and literally all these ideas and stuff started pouring out, and I think I had like 14 or 15 voice memos of just me with bass and kind of humming melodies and things, and pretty much that became the structure for like a lot of what's on this record. And that was it. It was just a really cool moment, and capitalized on the creativity. And
how cool is it to be of a certain age and still be able to find inspiration in music?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. And I love listening to music. I'm constantly just trying, finding people and things like that. So it's a big part of my life to always have something to talk about. So
well, let me sidetrack. And as you put a giant fistful of salami in your mouth, how do you find music? Is it word of mouth? Is it your friends? Is it
a lot of word of mouth, a lot of just Bandcamp these days. I mean, it's I love and I hate the algorithm, but it gets to know you, and it really starts just kind of feeding you stuff that you're interested in. So I love the idea of Bandcamp, just because it also is like supporting the artist directly usually. And
I try every Bandcamp Friday to buy a few things.
Yeah, 100%. So like that's a really important thing for me too. And yeah, I don't know. It's just even at this point, Apple Music's constantly pushing things, and I have like lists of like, I think last year there was still like 400 hours of music that I'd hoped to listen to through the year that I just did not get to. So it's
the one thing I've said before, if Bandcamp is listening, if they can figure out how to configure it so that I can search on the app for new releases by genre, by region.
Oh, 100%.
I would listen to that instead of anything else in my car 24 hours a day.
Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure. That'd be
like, give me all the new Chicago music. Give me all the new punk, alternative, rock, jazz, whatever. Give it to me.
Right. And that's kind of like the exciting Easter egg with Bandcamp, I guess, at the moment. Like, sometimes I'll find a band that's like, oh, they're from Chicago. So, like, I can just travel down, like an hour and check out a show or whatever, too, which is also great. So,
Power is a Phantom is the name of your album. I've seen you describe Seances as a post-punk collective. Does that mean it's a band, or is it more like Justice League Unlimited, where depending on the cause, different people will be pressed into service, like Hawk Girl, Booster Gold?
Yep, 100% that. And that's kind of like what I'm trying
That's exactly what you were thinking.
Yeah. And it's like, I guess I wanted to leave an open door for collaboration eventually, too, and more people hear the music. And I have, like, different phases in mind of, like, where I would like it to go. So yeah, I just didn't want it to be a totally me thing, even though like I'm propelling the largest part of it for sure. So,
knowing this was inspired by Chameleons, I'm not wrong to detect or draw a line back to Joy Division, am I?
Oh, not at all. Yeah. And that's like a lot of just even kicking back to my high school. There was that. Ironically, I kind of got into new wave more from a 90s perspective with like bands like Placebo and things like that, and then finding my way backwards. So, yeah.
I think Placebo's Running Up That Hill cover is delightful.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's super dark.
Yeah. No. The synths on it and everything, it's the best. They did that one song, like that collaboration with David Bowie, too. It's like absolutely amazing.
Are you a Bowie fan?
Yeah, huge Bowie fan.
Huge Bowie fan.
Yeah.
In fact, I just started reading the Dylan Jones oral history of Bowie.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I fascinated. One of the best things I got for myself over the past couple of years, there was a sale on his vinyl box set of his 90s stuff.
Oh, sure.
Which I dismissed at the time.
Yeah.
Going back into it, I was wrong.
Oh, yeah. It's whack. And, like, he was, like, trying... Well, I mean, he always is trying to, like, experiment and do different things. But there's, like, some really interesting albums of that era for sure.
Earthling and Outside in particular.
Yeah.
I slept on those.
Yeah, Earthling is rad.
Isn't it amazing? It's such a good feeling as we're talking about music discovery to find things that you ignored, missed the first time around, and like, it's just, this has been sitting here this whole time?
No, I know. Yeah, that's totally the thing. Like, I guess another one of those for me recently and this is kind of another deep cut, is the band Sad Lovers and Giants. I had a friend at a record store that just kept pushing them, like, you should really check them out. And I did to like a degree, but then it's like you hit that song too. There's like a song or two, and then you're like, oh man, this really clicks. And then you're just hooked. Like you listen to everything by them and just fall in love with it.
Now, I haven't been to Milwaukee as often as I should have, given our geographic proximity. Most recently, there's some good record stores there.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, and I love going to all of them. I'm constantly going to Lilliput and Irving Place.
I definitely went to Lilliput.
Rushmore's been a mainstay there for years, and Dan, who works there, is super cool, especially with helping out local bands. He's the one guy in town that I really appreciate. When you bring like a album into sale, he just like hands you cash out of his wallet for them, and
I love that.
Like it's great. It's a great community for sure.
What's the verdict on the salami?
It's awesome. This is it's a brilliant sandwich.
Because it's on like a French roll.
No, yeah, it's the roll is super fresh and chewy, which is awesome. Like for being as minimalist as it is, it's got like a lot of great flavor to it, which is
that's the char, and the char gives it a little bit of crunch and snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm so glad you're having it. So Power is a Phantom, again, February 13th. On the surface, is this an album of love songs?
I think so. Like, and I guess, yeah, I know it's a kind of a weird answer.
Well, like Crimes and Waited.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like, I've always been like a little bit of a hopeless romantic. So like from that standpoint, very much so there's different, I guess, things that inspired it, like movies, books I was reading, things like that. So it's not always directed towards a person, but I've always been a fan of really great pop songs. Ironically, found myself in that spot with this record. And the big thing for me is I wanted to try and, I guess, go after themes, love being one of them, that could bring community together in shows and music and things like that. Those are usually, like, I didn't want it to be completely from my perspective, and I wanted it to hopefully be, when people hear it, like something that they could find a shared experience in. That was like a really important factor in all of this.
Speaking of crimes, 100 Miles is 100 Crimes. Let's start there. What are we talking about?
That one specifically is just me and my love of traveling. And I guess like the guilty pleasure of it all too. Like, I'm a really big Against Me fan.
Sure. And
lyrically, I felt like that just when I stumbled upon that line, I was like, this feels like something that Laura Jane Grace would have put in an Against Me song. And I just really liked it, the vibe of it. So,
the song Forgiveness, the female backup vocals on this are great.
Thanks.
Who is that?
So her name is Bex. I actually found out about her online. Over the pandemic and stuff, I found this group called School of Song, and they did some really great online classes. I took a class with Phil Weinrobe, who's produced some excellent records. One of the ones that drew me to him was Florist, and then also Mount Erie did a class which was super awesome. And through the community I found there, they were recommending like searching out talent online, and happened to land on Fiverr, ironically of all places. And I knew the thing I wanted with the record is for it to feel like it was beyond just my voice too. And so I hooked up with Bex there. She was super great and willing to give it a go, and delivered some really awesome.
I love it.
Thanks. Yeah.
And the kind of chanted, the oh, kind of an earworm on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not a traditional hook, but it kind of stayed with me.
Thank you. So like, sorry.
Part of the fun.
Yeah. My whole goal with this, too, in a weird way, was I didn't want things to feel necessarily verse, chorus all the time. And intentionally, knowing that was how I was approaching it, trying to write things that were just pretty much try to be catchy the whole time, so that you didn't feel like you were missing out on that thing that you could grab onto and sing along to.
The song is called Forgiveness. Is this about a couple coming back together?
That one in particular was kind of just like, I will say, that one was a little bit more of a narrative, throwing back to more of like my love for The Cure, songs like Just Like Heaven and things like that. And so, yeah, it was just kind of like this idea of like people that wanted to get together but had distance between them.
I believe in you and you believe in me. Mm-hmm. Is that enough for the both of us?
Yeah.
Awesome. Fade, You did a lyric video for that one.
Yes.
End of last year. It gets old, Killing Karma. One of the things, thinking about lyrics and what you just said about The Cure, the lyrics on a lot of these songs are abstract enough to be open to interpretation, to hit different people in different ways.
Yeah.
And I think this song is an example of that.
Thank you. Yeah. And yeah, like I said, that was a huge goal of the record for sure. And Fade was kind of a cool one too, because that was when I really knew that this project was going to work. I had all these, like I said, voice memos lying around on my phone, and they just sat there. I was busy with other band projects and things like that, and I guess I didn't really believe in it enough yet to push it forward. And then
That's classic Midwestern self-deprecation.
Yeah, totally. and I met up with a friend of mine who I hadn't seen in a while, and it's a classic like, hey, what have you been up to? I've been up to this sort of thing, and I told him I'd send him some things, and unprompted, he sent back. His name's Jason Kartz, super talented guitarist. He'd sent back the Fade demo with guitar on it, and that just like blew my mind, and I was like, this is it. It totally will work, and push the whole album forward from there. So,
jumping to Hours, is that Bex again, I hear?
Yep. Yeah. She's on 4 of the tracks in the record. So.
The backup vocals, I think, really add something to this, and the rhythm guitar is more bouncy on this one.
Yes. Yeah. It had a total police vibe to it.
Yeah.
Which I was like, This is rad. Like, because Jason surprised me. He played on 4 of the songs that it was what he was able to contribute to, and when he sent that one, I was like, oh man, yeah, this is totally playing for my love of like the Police. And
The Police is one of those bands I come back to about once a year, and when I go in hard, especially on those first 2 albums.
Yeah, they're great, and the first 2 are kind of almost like more punk rock in a way too, which is what's fun about them.
But then I'll jump to Ghost in the Machine for Secret Journey, or
yeah.
Waited is the single, the current single.
Mm-hmm.
As you talk about your love of travel, this was written on a trip across Iowa?
Actually, yes. And, well, that and, so, to be really short and frank, there was a Chameleon show I was trying to catch in Kansas City over the summer. They had van troubles shut down. So, I had to go back and catch the show in November. I stayed at a friend's house and actually started finishing most of the record there during the month of November. And on my way back, I ended up I had recorded the intro to Waited while I was messing around on Crimes, writing some synth parts, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. I should record this and save it for later. And then started, my cross journey back to Milwaukee, which was mostly through Iowa in the middle of the night, which just turned into a total blur. Also happened to be on election night, which is a really weird feeling, and I never want to do that again. When you're just kind of cut off from everything. And that synth line just kept popping back into my head, and I got really excited about it and started thinking about what I wanted it to be. Started even coming up with what I thought the drum part could be and melodies for vocals. And so while I was stopping at gas stations and rest stops and things like that, I was just constantly pulling out my phone and mapping that track out until I got back home, and then recorded it that weekend. So,
and I love the way that there's that vocal fade in.
Oh yeah, thanks.
It's just cool. I've driven across Iowa a bunch, and it is as desolate as you described. And there are certain landmarks along the way I got used to, there's the world's largest truck stop.
Yeah, I-80.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I've come to learn apparently is a hotbed for human trafficking.
Yeah.
You'd never guess it as you're waiting for a biggie bag at Wendy's, but yeah.
Yeah, it was really awkward. First time I took a family vacation and we stopped there. It was pretty early in the morning, midnight or whatever. My wife actually got propositioned.
No way.
Yeah, by this dude until our kids showed up and totally saved the day in a weird way. And it was kind of like a Disco Stew moment where he just kind of backed away. So,
wow,
it happens.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, with the album coming out on February 13th, again, Power is a Phantom, will you get your collective together to do some live stuff?
That's actually a work in progress, and I do want to do that. It's funny, coming up with the music, I recorded and mixed this all by myself too, so it was just a huge effort to get over that mountain. That I haven't been able to really think about the live component as much yet, aside from like I want it to be like to feel like you're at the Haunted Mansion. So like that's like a huge goal.
I
for
want
me.
you to make it feel like the Haunted Mansion.
Thanks.
That's
Yeah.
I love that vibe.
Yeah, so like that's been in my mind, and then I hope to talk to some friends, and obviously Jason. I want him to perform on the guitar parts if he's interested and stuff like that. So
Because you got to get this in front of people.
yeah, I think so, and I want to.
And you could have the coolest merch.
yeah.
I've seen what you're doing online. You could do the coolest
Thank
merch
you.
for this. All right, so that's in the works. The short-term deal is this album will be available. I think it's super cool.
Thank you.
I mean, I love this vibe. And maybe it's my age or just where I'm at, but I keep coming back to synth-based music in the present day. So this hit me at the right time.
Oh, awesome! Yes, glad to hear
Like
that.
during the day, I'm listening to John Carpenter's scores.
Oh, rad! Yeah. He's a man. That was one of the coolest shows I saw too, which I was
I
really
wish I
glad.
went. Oh, my God.
It was so much fun, and he's a classic movie director, like hamming it up. Like the encore, he did Christine, and he like was all like, "You guys, thank you for coming. It was really great seeing you all, but be careful when you're on the roads tonight. Christine is on, and it was so great. Like it was fun.
Well, nice job. And you've got leftovers to take back with you.
Oh, yeah.
And
No,
maybe they
I'm
won't
super
even make
stoked.
it
No,
by
not
the
at
time
all.
you get off 94.
Yeah, not at all.
Okay. I'm so glad to meet in person. We were saying this before we started recording. If I never have to do another Zoom interview for this podcast, I will be happy.
Oh yeah, and I was stoked on being able to do the full experience here. So
The full experience.
Yeah.
The grandeur
Yeah.
that is this 12-year-old car with 160,000 miles on it.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's a great idea. So
I love it. Well, thanks for making the trek south.
oh yeah, no, thank you,
And the album's awesome.
thank you. I really appreciate it.